Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. It's April the 30th, and we're taking a look at John chapter 14. John chapter 14. Now, you may not have realized this, but the chapter divisions, and in fact the verse divisions, the verse numbering, is not part of the original text of the Bible, and occasionally it's these verse divisions and the chapter divisions that lead us astray and cause us to make assumptions that are not quite right. For example, we have an example here. In the previous passage, the Lord Jesus had been speaking to Peter, and he told him, he said in the last verse, he says, "Verily, verily, I say unto thee, the cock shall not crow till thou hast denied me thrice." Verse 1, "Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I wouldn't tell you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you will be also." Now let's just unpack some of this. We notice first of all that the Lord Jesus tells Peter that the cock will not crow twice until he has denied the Lord 3 times. But he says, don't let your heart be troubled. Already you have believed in God. Now it's time, Peter, and the rest of you, it's time for you to believe in me. They weren't believers in the Lord Jesus up until this point. They were believers in God. Now they're to become believers in me. And then he says this. He says, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you." Now the Father's house, when we look at other scriptures, we realize that the Father's house is the temple. It's not heaven. It's the temple. Do you remember when the Lord Jesus cleansed the temple? He said to the people, "You have made my Father's house a den of thieves." Got that? So he's saying to the disciples, I'm going to be going away. But in my Father's house are many dwelling places. There are to be rooms. If we go to Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel, we'll see the complete specification for the building of the Messianic temple. And we'll see that it has lots of rooms, lots and lots of accommodation. And the Lord Jesus is going away. But when he comes back, they're not to be troubled, because in the temple there is going to be accommodation specifically earmarked for these apostles. You see, the apostles are going to sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. They will have a service to render. It will be an easy service. It will be a delight. It'll be in the Messianic kingdom, and they will serve God there. But God will raise other people from the dead. Old Testament saints will be raised from the dead. David will be raised, and they will assist the Lord Jesus in the management of the kingdom of the heavens. That's the ministry, the wonderful ministry they will have. And so the Lord Jesus says, in my Father's house, in the temple that's coming, there are many rooms. I go to prepare a place for you. For each of these disciples, there's going to be a place in that temple and in that kingdom whereby they can serve God and do it to God's glory and grace. There we are. Wonderful passage. Look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.